The Dallas Cowboys are making headlines after Micah Parsons and former Dallas Cowboy DeMarcus Lawrence went viral after DeMarcus Lawrence told a member of the media that Dallas will always be his home, but I know for sure I'm not going to win a Super Bowl. This sparked a bit of a debate where Micah Parsons responded to this on X and said, "This is what rejection and envy look like. This is some clown bleep." Then DeMarcus Lawrence responded, "Calling me a clown won't change the fact that I told the truth. Maybe you spent less time tweeting and more time winning, I wouldn't have left." This type of beef is not what I was expecting in 2025. Now, for those who don't know, DeMarcus Lawrence took a deal with the Seattle Seahawks to leave the Dallas Cowboys. And this did come as a surprise. DeMarcus Lawrence is one of the better defensive linemen in the NFL, and aligned with Micah Parsons, I mean, they made a very formidable tandem. Now, looking at this beef, I will say Micah Parsons has been very outspoken. He's a very outspoken athlete. He has a podcast. This is in his personality. And listen, he is a Cowboy through and through. He bleeds that blue and silver. And so when he feels like you're disrespecting that Cowboy star, he is going to go out his way to make some commentary about it. However, do I think this was the right move by Micah Parsons to say this? Not really, because it wasn't necessary. I understand you're trying to defend your team, but it's not a way to go about it, because realistically, the Cowboys haven't been very good. They weren't good the season before, and they weren't good the season prior to that. This is a team that has these Super Bowl level expectations. You have the highest paid quarterback in football. You have all these Pro Bowl level players, and the expectations has never met the reality for this football team. And so DeMarcus Lawrence deciding to leave, it's warranted. You have to try to find a way to get yourself a Super Bowl ring or put yourself in as close proximity to a championship as you can. And right now, the way the Cowboys are constructed, there's so many question marks on how this team is going to be constructed in the 2025-2026 NFL season, that in a league like the NFL, where outside of quarterbacks, every other skill position player is essentially a mercenary, you're not going to expect all these guys to stay loyal to one team. It's not realistic, because one, money's not fully guaranteed in the NFL, and your time in the NFL is not long. You know, the NFL also stands for not for long. And so because you have a microcosm of time in order to maximize not only your ability to make money, but to win, you're going to do what you think is best for you. And so for DeMarcus Lawrence, going to Seattle was what he felt was best for his career. Now, do I think it was appropriate to take a jab at the Dallas Cowboys? Maybe not. But if that was his truth, that's his truth. He's been in that locker room. He's been around that front office. He knows the ins and outs of Dallas. And so when you're with a franchise for so long, you can see some of the toxicity that's been in that organization. And let's get real. The Cowboys haven't won a championship since maybe I was born, since the 90s. So when I look at all these factors, guys are trying to win now, and with the Seahawks making the move to go get a Sam Darnold who's coming off an MVP-level season, there's a level of optimism that DeMarcus Lawrence has in Seattle, especially with a new coach and a team that's revitalizing itself and not in a situation where they're trying to rebuild. It's almost like the Seattle Seahawks are trying to reload. And so with that, DeMarcus Lawrence is a part of that, and it could be a beneficial situation for them as they're looking to win that NFC West.